and welcome to the Brazilian BA guest. Today, I have the honor to have with me my friend from Canada, Alain Arseneault. Hello, Alain.
Hello, Fabricio. Glad to be with you here today.
The pleasure.
Each other, so we're happy.
The pleasure is all mine. This video is going to be available also with subtitles in Portuguese at the IIBA Brazil chapter channel, and for all over the world for who want to see. The question that I have for you today, Alain, is: should an executive be a business analyst?
Yeah, I was when you sent me this question, I was thinking about it. Then my first instinct was to flip the question around, right?
Here,
But a business analyst be an executive, like you just did right now. Exactly. And so if I answer the question from the flip side, yes, a BA could raise to a level of executive. It's doesn't happen very much right now. If you look at the industry, part of it is a bit of a stigma attached to the role of the title, not the role, but the title of business analyst. I refer to this as the glass ceiling of business analysis, where a certain level where it's reached and it's hard to go above. You know, part of it of this is, I think there's a discrepancy between what senior executives see as the role of the business analysts do, which is more operational and tactical, so the program project level and operational level, but not so much at the strategic level. Often they will go for consultants outside, etc. So it's not so much about the title being, I'm a BA executive, but more about the discipline that stays with you and apply that at a higher level. So the strategic level, so strategic business analysis or enterprise business analysis. And you have to build a fair amount of years of experience, understand the organization as a whole. So skills like system thinking, for example, are very important to start going at that level, because you need to see at the different components of the organization. I was listening to the episode with Vince Miranelli earlier, and he talks about it's like looking down at the organization, right? But it's a bit like this, right? It's looking at different pieces, understand how they connect to each other and where they don't connect to each other, and how they align to the organization's strategies, the strategic plan, the goals of the organizations. So it's having that purview. It's very important. It goes beyond that. It also has to be with understanding of the business ecosystem, so in which the organization lives as part of this galaxy of other entities, government, regulators, suppliers of suppliers down the chain. It's also understand that, and obviously the customer. That is very important as well, to understand that and how it sort of manage itself within the industry, right? So that is very important as well for an individual who wants to build that to that level. Create also executive presence. You have to be able to talk at that level. You have to, understand the questions really well and answer it from that level, and not so much at the tactical level, because you'll get them lost, right? So I hope it answers.
That's nice. And when you say about a business analyst talking to the executive level or having an influence on executive level, I can see he
or she
taking or she, or for sure. But I can see this business analyst growing up in her career or her career. But is the opposite possible? Like, if you have an executive that didn't came from business analysis, because a lot of them didn't come from business analysis, a lot of them came from operations or from maybe they're just put there because they're relative to someone, I don't know. And there are a lot of executives working in that level, and they should be doing business analysis, or maybe someone should be doing for them. But should they hire, or should they study and learn business analysis? Because sometimes I just believe that people that are on the C-level just feels like they don't need to learn anything else more because they know everything.
Well, that's the ability to manage stakeholders, right? And that's what I mean by the executive presence. Is being able to, it's incremental. You cannot just walk in and say, "Hey, you don't understand business analysis. I'm going to teach you."
It won't work, right?
It's really much about your role as an influencer, right? So using those skills, negotiating, influencing, and demonstrating that the value you bring to help them to get better insights, to make better decisions. That's really because their role at that level, it's about making decisions constantly about, the organizations and the products, etc. So it's really about this. If you want to build yourself to that level, you really have to build a different set of skills and provide insights that directly address the needs of those individuals. If you start talking at a tactical level, the project level, you're going to lose them, right? So you really have to speak at that level to gain that traction. So, and it's not for everybody, right? But some people are very strategic thinking. I think that there's a position for them. They won't have the title executive BA. I've never seen that. Maybe they are. I know some organizations that have institutionalized, sorry about my French, enterprise business analyst. So they play a role at a enterprise strategic level. I talk a lot with my hands, sorry.
Don't worry.
So,
I do hear consultants. I hear sometimes business architects in that level.
Yeah.
I can see counselors or other words usually that are just doing business analysis in an strategic.
Yeah, I mean, a large part of business architect's role is doing some business analysis. Sometimes, they don't fully understand the whole spectrum of the role of the business analysis, but definitely there is parts and parcels everywhere around there. I don't think we'll ever have a defined role to say there is a executive business analyst.
But that's the name of an organization you're creating, isn't it? Could you say a little bit about it?
Well, the B executive, it's a bit of a moniker. It's a branded moniker, and it's simply to demonstrate sort of a higher level interpretation, description of business analysis at enterprise strategic level. So our focus is really about creating resources, information about how business analysis can support organization capabilities at the enterprise level. So how they structure their talent, how they deploy talent, the type of competency they need to meet their strategies in the future, the processes that can be used and embedded across at a high level of organization. So that's really much what it's focused. It's also looking at the industry. So business analysis is applied mostly around financials, insurance, some pockets in governments, some retail, but it could be applied to anything. So we're going to look at how it can, and through collaboration and corporations with other organizations, to see how a business analysis can be applied in climate change management, or ocean management, or forest management, or other big sort of societal type of domains that are not necessarily finance, because even in ocean management, you have systems that need to be managed, etc. So it's not as well known. So we're going to explore there and go there as well. And I mean, the other part of our business model is a philanthropic aspect of it. So we're creating a program called Be in Motion, in which we want to invite business analysts to participate in engagement with large global not-for-profit organizations, supporting them in-kind business analysis expertise. So there'll be small engagement to that. And part of that is to start to elevate, again, the profile of business analysis in general to a broader audience, to lift it up outside of the regular parameters that currently exist. So it's to spread the joy around.
But it's valuable for the profession of business analysis. It's valid for the practice of business analysis, because you probably develop new ways to do business analysis in a more
absolutely.
It's valuable for volunteers who are going to learn a lot in opportunities like that. And how could someone engage in this organization?
So right now we're still a few months away to have our site ready and to really be in business. We're going to start a campaign, a promotion campaign, next few weeks, in which we'll promote this on LinkedIn and other sites, etc. In the meantime, you can always go to theexecutive.org. There's a small form there if you want more information about what we're looking for. Sign up there, and we'll follow up with you. So
that's great. That's great. Alain, I would like to thank you very much for being here today, for sharing your knowledge with us, your viewpoint on business analysis. It's so important, and I'm very glad, and I hope I have you here again soon.
Thank you, Fabricio. It was a pleasure.
See you.
Bye.